Kofi Bartels on the Morning Crossfire. Weekdays, 5 a.m. to 9 a.m. Only on 99.3.
This is Morning Crossfire on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
All right, yeah, we're here. Just trying to coordinate things with my guests. I can see Femi is laughing back. Femi said shame on me, and I proved to Femi that we already had a plan to talk about the 20%. Is it how much was it again? The non-oil export thing, and he said shame on me, so I said him too, shame on him, and he's laughing. Oh, Femi, oh, well done there. Nigerian folks for everybody, okay? Whether you support the administration, and we're not here to bash government. But when it's your turn, you take it. You understand? I don't bash anyone. But when we discuss issues, if it doesn't rub off well on the government, you just take it as your turn. And if you don't want us to talk about things like this, then they should do better. They should do better, okay? It's very important. Well, to just to assuage Femi and make him feel a bit relaxed, where's that story again? Our guest is going to be joining us shortly. We'll talk about. We intend to talk about the Ikorodu flooding in Ikorodu, which has affected farmers there, and I think I just spoke to a guest now who is going to be coming online to join us shortly. But just to make Femi help him sleep better, this is what the Punch says: non-oil exports boom, hit $3.2 billion in 6 months, and this is really good. And the government has no credit, not even one, for this, as far as I'm concerned. It's all Nigerians. All Nigerians. Nigerians' hard work. Yeah, I know the National Export Promotion Council have been working, but Nigerians are even, how would I say it, are even making this happen in spite of government placing stumbling blocks before them. If you know what if you want to find out, go and ask those who are engaging in exports and all they have to go through just to export products out of this country. What they have to go through to export products out of this country. So if the government does more to enhance that sector, to make things easier for Nigerians, businessmen and women, this amount is small now. This amount is small. It's small. So you want us to praise government because non-exports boom at say $3.2 billion. I won't. Shout out to Noye Ayeni, CEO of NEPC. Yes, you all are doing your things. Minister of Trade is someone I'm a big fan of. But when I hear and listen to those who are going through a lot, look at those important, look at the duties they have to pay. They tell me that they are abandoning their containers at the ports. It's a lot to be done. There's a lot to be done. There's no time for praise singing, okay? All right, let's get to our discussion of the day. I want to say good morning to Mr. Olatoye Fajimi. Miss Fajimi, good morning to you. It's good to have you on the program. Olatoye Fajimi.
Good morning, sir.
All right.
It's nice being here with you.
Yes, but the things we can't see you. So you have to enable your video and then ensure you are seated at a good location, so that we can... Oh, okay. Give me a minute, please. Okay, so we're talking about flooding in Lagos State, and I'd like you to tell me, if you're listening this morning, what the current state of your area is as far as the rains are concerned. Because some parts of Lagos were flagged as flood prone, and the government had asked people to move and to leave where they are. If you reside in those areas, make plans, especially the low-lying parts of these areas, because the rains will be coming and the floods will be coming with the rain. Now we hear from some farmers in Ikorodu that their livelihood has been affected by the flooding there. So we want Mr. Olatoye Fajimi, who is the president-elect of the Lagos State Catfish and Allied Farmers Association, to tell us what they're going through. And I can see, Olatoye, you're already doing your work, even though you've not been sworn in, which is good. You know, this is what we mean by I'll hit the ground running, you know. So good morning to you. Thank you very much for your time, and congratulations on your election. Give us
Thank you so much.
Yes, you're welcome. Give us a sense of what the flooding situation is in Ikorodu as we speak.
Yeah, about this time last week, we woke up to a lot of water on the roads and at the farm. Of course, it rained cats and dog between Monday evening and Sunday, between Sunday evening rather and Monday morning.
That's
and
the last,
a lot of water.
the previous Sunday, not this last one.
Week, 3rd of August.
Okay.
3rd of August
Okay.
to 4th.
Okay.
Exactly a week ago. Exactly a week from today. So about this time last week, to assess the impact of the rains. A lot of rains here had made preparations by clearing the gutters around the farm, by increasing the pond wall height, the edges of the pond, building sandbags to increase the height of the pond, and in some cases, using wire mesh as additional reinforcement.
This for fish farms, rises, right? For fish farms.
We can still have the fish in the pond.
Okay.
For fish farms, and specifically for fish farms around the Ikorodu. So we had made all of such preparations, and we've been having rains, since the beginning of the year and previous years, and we have tried to manage them. But the most unfortunate thing was that this happened overnight, and the volume of water was so unusual. It was heavy, it was consistent for a long period of time. So by the time we got to the farms on Monday, all the preparations that we had made, taking into consideration the warnings and all of that, were rendered useless. Water levels had built up in an unprecedented manner, and the volume of water that came with the rain was so much that all the sandbags that we had built up earlier were pushed away. The wire mesh barricades that had been built around the farms were pushed away. In some cases, concrete fence, block fences rather, that had been built around some farming areas, to prevent floods from coming in, had been falling down, so they had been destroyed by the volume of water that came in from nearby canals and all of that. So that led to loss of so much fish, a lot of fish. As at now, we are still doing valuation at my farm right now. I'm supposed to be at the farm, but I have to stay back because of this interview. My boys my staff are on the farm, right, pumping water. We have been trying to assess what more do we still have left on the farm, and this has affected about 50 farmers across Ikorodu. It's not limited to Ikorodu actually. It happened at Ekpe, it happened in other parts of Lagos State too. But that of Ikorodu was intense, and destruction was high. So as at the last valuation we had, losses are being in excess of about 150 million naira worth of fish, in the last 1 week.
Are we looking at are fish farmers the only persons affected by this? Do we have other professions or other businesses affected, even in the agri sector?
Yes, we have poultry farmers too. A number of poultry farmers were also affected. They had their poultry pens flooded, and they lost their birds. Then some crop farmers too were affected, especially vegetable farmers. Their vegetables were submerged, and because the water was retained for a long period of time, it didn't recede until around Thursday. So the vegetables were submerged in the water for a long period of time, and that's not good for things like tomato and what have you. Then a lot of houses a lot of households lost properties. They lost properties to the flood. Then we have one of our members who sells poultry and fish feed. Our shop was flooded. And she lost a lot of goods. A lot of goods worth millions of naira were destroyed as a result of the flood that happened that weekend.
All right.
So those are the
can you describe to me the nature of the floods? Was it and which parts of Ikorodu were affected? Because sometimes flooding comes is just maybe ankle level, knee level. Sometimes you only see rooftops. What's the nature of the flooding in Ikorodu? Which areas was it? Was it ankle? Was it knee level?
Waist level most of the time.
Okay, waist level.
Most of the area. Yeah.
Floods level, are not actually ankle level anyway. Mostly knee level. Yeah.
It was ankle level.
It can't be flood.
That's the kind of water that children can play in.
Yeah. So we're looking at knee level, and so this waist level flooding in Ikorodu. Wow.
Yeah, waist level flooding.
My God. Which parts of Ikorodu are we looking at?
As of yesterday, I've had information from about 12 different cluster areas. Elepe, Mowokekere, Berigbe, Ijede, Igbe, Maya, Erikorodo, Adamo, Baga, Idiroko. Then Igbobo area, we have Ofin, we have Ibeshe area. These are areas that I have concrete evidence of farms and households being flooded around Ikorodu.
All right. Have people been forced to leave their houses in any instance, in anywhere?
I'm not aware of people leaving houses, but I'm aware of farmers having to abandon some of their farms in the wake of this event.
Okay. Did the water get into any houses? I mean, did the water get into houses?
I'm not aware of residents who have had to leave their houses as a result of the flood. Because, of course, the waters have receded, and what we are just doing now is to assess the impact. Yes, water got into some houses. So what we are doing now is to assess impact and look at how such can be prevented going forward, and what more can we recover, from the loss.
Apart from the loss to the agricultural sector in Ikorodu, of which you are a leading figure. You've talked about the fish, ponds, the fish farms. You've talked about the crop farmers. You've talked about those who sell fish feed and poultry feed. You've talked about the poultry farmers. Have people lost property? It's independent private people who have no farm. Have their properties been affected?
Well, I can imagine the households that were flooded. I mean, of course, I don't have concrete details about that. But I'm aware of households around the Jeddah area, around the Bay area that were flooded. And you can imagine water going into a particular sitting room. You have electronics, you have gadgets in there. So, but I don't have definite information that I can share with you on that.
Has the flood water completely receded?
To a very large extent, yes.
All right. Yeah. All right. So you said this water came from canals. Now, why do you think this time? Have you had it like this, before in recent? If you have had this kind of flood in Ikorodu, was it recent, or how many years ago was it?
The last time we had this kind of major flood was around 2016. Around 2016, it happened around 2006. It happened around 2016. That of 2016. I would say was the most recent, where we had widespread damage and water rising to this kind of level. I think the last time was about 2016. Before now, I think about 3-4 years ago, during the World Bank appeals project, swamp buggies were deployed around Ikorodu to clear up some of the waterways. So that could have been the reason why we have not had such major impacts, in the last 5 years thereabout.
Who deployed the swamp buggy?
So, but the state government.
Okay.
The Ministry of Agri, the Ministry of Environment.
Okay.
They did that.
All right.
Then.
Okay. I would like to reduce the space above you, your camera. Yeah, so that, yeah.
Okay.
Take it down a bit. Okay. All right. So please call 0201-277-0993. If you're listening this morning, 0201-277-0993. You can also call 0201-465-7190. 0201-465-7190. And WhatsApp is available for only your messages this time, 08095975805. If you live in Ikorodu, if you live in Lekki, you live in Ajegunle. I was speaking to somebody, a colleague who stays in Ajegunle. He says there's not seen flooding there. I said, oh, but they said your area will be one of those areas that may get some flooding. Lucky you. If you live in these areas or other flood-prone areas in Lagos, what was the worst damage you saw last weekend when the rains came pouring down and it poured for some hours, like you've had our guests say? Have you reported, blocked drains or rising water to your local council? And what should the Lagos State government, prioritize as far as emergency relief is concerned? Do you think they should look at that, or should they look probably more at drain clearing or enforcement against illegal structures, or maybe compensation for these farmers? What should their priority be? Number one, should it be emergency relief to all those affected in Ikorodu and other parts of Lagos State, like Ekpe? Or should they prioritize clearing of drains? Should they prioritize enforcement against illegal structures? Or should they prioritize farmer compensation? We have a call coming through right here on the Morning Crossfire. 99.3, good morning. Hello.
Hello, good morning, Nigeria. Hello, Nigeria.
Yes,
Good morning, sir.
Welcome. Name, location, and country.
My name is Innocent. I'm calling from Ikorodu. Mr. Kofi, that flooding is lack of the environmental maintenance, because in my own area, if you see the flooding, what happened inside the flooding, most of that is the waste bin. Yes, most of the Ikorodu villages, they don't have this Loma PSP that will come and be packing their waste. They normally dump it along the road. When you go to Ijade, inside. When you go to Ewelekbe, inside. Agura Egberigbe, inside. There is nothing like waste bin there. Please, Nigeria should do something about this one. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much for your time. Do you agree? I mean, you in Ikorodu, you've been there for years. You are one of the leaders in the agri sector there, that residents are dumping refuse on the road, and that's what led to this particular flood we saw last weekend. Olatoye.
Yeah, it's one of the challenges we have, actually. It's one of the challenges that we have all around, not just Ikorodu, but across Lagos State. When rain falls, you see people bringing out their waste bins and throwing them in on the water paths. And of course, this is washed down the line, to block some of the drains that are all around. So it's one of the challenges we have, and we have been trying to sensitize people against that, against illegal dumping of refuse, because by and large, it will come back to haunt every one of us at one point or the other.
All right, interesting. Let's take the next caller here. 99.3 Nigerian Info. Please give us your name, location, and contribution.
Good morning, Kofi.
Welcome.
Good morning to your guest, Grandma Molara.
Welcome, Grandma.
I live in Igbobo, behind the Model College. Like the first caller said, the habit of people around here, I don't know. I can't explain. Yes, we have a PSP in our area, and they come. I think once a week or once in 2 weeks. A lot of residents don't want to pay. Like in front of my house, my house faces the back of another house. Anytime we don't cut the grass of that house, because the owners of the house refuse to cut it, before you wake up the following day, they dumped refuse there.
Grandma, we'll be right back, okay? Thank you very much. Let's go pay our bills. Right back.
More news and information coming up. We'll be back in a moment.
Hey, Boku don't come again with the high quality for low price. prices. Boku don reduce over 20 more products from 900 grams of Trios Boku bread for 1,300 naira to Golden Penny spaghetti and spaghettini for 950 naira. Mama Pride spaghettini for 850 naira. 50 kg Big Bull rice don be 73,000 naira, while in Junior Brother for 25 kg na 37,000 naira. Then 5 Alive Berry Blast nko, that one na 950 naira. Hurry now, go any Boku store for prices wey cheap pass market.
Yes, so shop Boku for prices wey cheap pass market, and Boku not far from you. This one no be promo. Now like this we dey enjoy every day for inside Boku store. Oya halele go Boku store now.
In today's housing update, real stories from Nigerians benefiting from the ARM managed Ministry of Finance Incorporated Real Estate Investment Fund, MREIF, also known as MREF, a private sector-led initiative launched by the federal government.
Hello, my name is Mr. Obiora. Thanks to the MREF program, I just bought my first house in Enugu. I paid my 20% upfront and MREF paid the balance.
That's right. MREF is here to make owning a house a reality for more Nigerians, offering affordable mortgages of up to 20 years at a fixed interest rate of just 9.75% per annum. MREF is open to all Nigerians, and you too could move into your own house. For more information, visit any of the participating banks listed on the MREF website or apply at www.mreif.com.ng. www.mreif.com.ng.
This message is brought to you by ARM Investment Managers, Fund Manager for MREF.
All right, class, settle down. Today, let's talk about how you started your day.
We got dressed and had pancakes with John Vance 3-in-1 chocolate for breakfast.
My mom makes John Vance 3-in-1 chocolate for us too.
My mom calls it instant goodness. My sister and I always put it inside our pap. It's so yummy.
John Vance 3-in-1 chocolate is a chocolate drink made of rich cocoa, milk, and sugar. Available nationwide in stores. John Vance 3-in-1 chocolate. Enjoy instant goodness.
Little body, big moves. Little brain, big learning. Your little child is eager to do big things. Every sachet of Cerelac Junior comes with the nutrition they need: natural grains, protein, and iron to support their physical growth, learning, and development. So you can fully enjoy your little one's big moments of growth.
In the kitchen game, there are players and then Agba Ballers, MVP, Player of the Year, 10-0, no rival. Become an Agba Baller with the new improved Maggi chicken flavor, made with a flavorful formation of onions, celery, turmeric to bring out your top game in the kitchen. Elevate the taste of your everyday dishes with delicious rich chicken flavor. Oh yeah, let's go.
New Maggi chicken flavor, my game changer.
Looking for ways to save your data? It starts with your apps. Deleting unused apps helps, but there is more. Most apps have data saver modes. Activate them to control data usage. You can also go to settings to turn off auto updates. Lastly, close unused apps to save data when you ain't using your apps. These changes can make a big difference. For more information, visit your mobile operator's website or consumer.ncc.gov.ng for more helpful tips. Stay connected and enjoy smarter data usage. This message is brought to you by the Association of Telecom Operators and Nigerian Communications Commission.
What you're about to taste is so hot, it's got basket mouth singing.
Mini Ninja Pepper flavor. Yeah. Mini Ninja Pepper flavor. Chris. Heat.
Mini Pepper Ninja flavor.
Nothing brings the heat like the bold taste of Mini Me Noodles Niger Pepper flavor. Try it today and see for yourself. Mini Me Noodles Niger Pepper flavor. Slurp it like it's hot.
Hey Lagos, have you ever taken a moment to reflect on where you started and where you are now?
I bet back then you just thought that this day it will never come. But then look at you now. That's progress for you. It takes time, but eventually with consistency, you get to experience it. I saw this post on Ife's Kitchen of how she started, and man, humble beginnings. Do not despise them. It really got me thinking how far I've come as a person. I mean, when you want to start a business, we all know how these things are now. You start small and you're like, when will people start patronizing? Or when will people actually see the value in what I'm selling? I know, right? It can be a lot. There's this friend of mine I used to have in secondary school. When she started making cakes and baking, it just looked like, Auntie, you're wasting your time. But you know, with time and consistency, she took this thing to the next level, got into university, and did not stop. And right now, my dear, baby girl is running deliveries up and down, owns her own store. And yes, I am eating free cakes as a supporter. So, to me, progress is definitely consistency. Now, let me ask you that question. What does progress mean to you?
Welcome back to your number one talk, news, and sports station. This is Nigeria Info. This is Morning Crossfire on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Welcome back. It's still the Morning Crossfire right here on 99.3 Nigeria Info. The government of Nigeria and the government of Lagos State has for some weeks now being advising residents who reside in some parts of the country, and in the case of Lagos, in some parts of Lagos State, to relocate if they live in low-lying areas of certain parts of the state, like Ikorodu, Ajegunle, parts of Lekki. In fact, myself, I've had to also check if my area is part of the places they mentioned, and other flood-prone parts of the state. And last weekend, not this last weekend, the previous weekend before this last one, there was a downpour that lasted hours, and this downpour led to flooding in some parts of Lagos State. If you live in Ikorodu, if you live in Lekki, if you live in Ajegunle or other parts of the state, did you see any damage? Did you have any flooding in your part of Lagos State? Please feel free to tell us. Also, have you reported blocked drains? Have you reported rising water to your local council authorities? What should the government of Lagos prioritize? As we've had our guests tell us, farmers in Ikorodu lost their farms and to the floods, both fish farmers, crop farmers, poultry farmers. What should the Lagos State government prioritize? Should they prioritize emergency relief? Should they prioritize drain clearing? Should they prioritize enforcement against illegal structures? Or should they prioritize farmer compensation? Now, if you're a small business owner, or if you're a farmer hit by the flood, a recent flood, we would like to hear from you as well. Tell us what help you need most as we speak. Numbers to call 0201-277-0993. 0201-277-0993. And everyone can call the number.
Hello, Kofi.
Our female listeners, okay, Grandma is there with us. I can call 0201-465-7190. Grandma, I've not forgotten you. Thank you very much for your time. You were saying before we went on the break. Please go
on. My grouse with the state government or the local government, whoever is responsible, is the fact that a lot of these roads are not tarred, and most don't also have drainage. And without drainage, there's nowhere the water would pass. Like in our area now, there's a popular road, Igbe Road. Jimmy Benson just rehabilitated it not too long ago. So water from that end kept pouring into our area. One of the best roads in our area is Bangoshe Street. The erosion, the effect of that water now has destroyed a lot of our roads. And it's not making things better because it's the community that would have to look for money to fill those holes and everything. So I would love if whether it's local government or the state government to look into making drainages for us. with better drainages, I think this water will be able to flow to wherever it should flow to.
All right. So
as for our people, I don't know. All this refuse and rubbish they dump in water, unfortunately, it's the innocent that suffer for it. You need to see my frontage on some mornings. Before, I don't know when they come, maybe around 4 or 5 in the morning, they would have dumped big sacks of rubbish there. We'll have to buy kerosene to start burning it. Meanwhile, Lagos State says we should not burn. Where do I have to pay PSP for throwing someone else's refuse away?
Just throw it in front of you there.
Yes.
Grandma,
all along the road. They are so used to it. And yet there's PSP in our area. If there's no PSP, okay, those who are complaining that inside the Korodu, there's no PSP. Long ago, in the days of our mothers and fathers, how were they getting rid of our refuse?
Before you go,
somewhere in the community, there'll be a big hole or cesspit.
Before you go, Grandma, did the flooding get to where you live on the weekend of 2nd and 3rd August?
Very close to me. Very close to me.
All right.
Because the whole of Igbe Road was flooded.
Okay.
Got very close to me, and there was a river. The river I had never ever seen in my life that rushed through the front of my house. But luckily, this Bangoshe Street I'm talking about is a bit slopey, but yet it eroded all the sand and soil and everything on that road. So that road is something else now.
Okay, but at least your house was not affected.
The Igbe Lara they are talking about is behind me.
Okay.
That one is a no-go area when it rains.
All right, Grandma, thank you very much. I'm happy to hear at least for you, your building was not flooded, but your street was flooded, and we appreciate your insight, okay, into what's happening in Kodu. Thank you very much, okay? All right, we'll take some more calls if I go back to our guest. 99.3, good morning. Hello.
Morning, Kofi. This is Kenny. How are you?
Very well, thank you. Good to hear from you. Please go on.
Thank you. Yeah. I think government should prioritize on all of them, all of the above. And I think they can do it in tandem. Then I want to contribute right quick. When I was outside the country, we don't pay for for trash collection. I lived briefly in an apartment before I bought my own home. In the apartment, we don't pay for trash collection. In our own homes, we don't pay for trash collection every month. What happens is once a year, you pay what they call municipal utility district tax. And that tax takes care of the entire year of trash collection. You also pay a school district tax. Those are the only two taxes we pay. And they take care of all these things. Nigerians are bleeding. My heart goes out to so many Nigerians that are, under the level of comfort, and they have to pay for this, pay for that. Government should have a way to factor collecting trash free of charge. And they shouldn't do it once in a while. It should be on a constant roster that they can predict when it will be collected. And the trash should be provided to the people. I didn't have to pay for the trash, the container, the big trash container that has a lid. I didn't have to pay for it. Nigerians travel all the time. They have children resident there. They know how the system works. Why can't they replicate the same thing in Nigeria? God bless Nigeria.
If I want to say what I want to say, I don't think it'll be fair. But how much are you paying per year for the district?
Depending on where you live, my taxes was between almost $3,000 a year.
That's
only $3,000.
The district
for
tax.
The municipal utility. District
Okay.
tax. And there are at least 150 households, 1,500 households within my subdivision.
That's a lot of money.
Yes, it's a lot of money. Then there are many subdivisions within the independent school district.
If they start charging us, yes.
And there are also many independent school districts within a county.
Okay.
So they collect money like that and make the burden light
All right.
for the people.
But at least we don't pay, because if we pay that 3K, that's a lot of money in Naira. Millions.
My dear,
just for trash.
you are earning in dollars, so you pay in dollars. Nigerians, they're already taxing us anyway.
All right.
They're already
Thank
taxing
you.
us. They read out the tax, whatever.
Right.
And I'm looking for the opportunity where I can ask them one question about those tax things. When you give us the opportunity, I know you bring it up
Thank
soon
you.
enough.
Thank you.
We're
Kenny,
paying
thank
too
you.
much. Nigerians are bleeding.
You're paying a lot, right?
Yes,
this tax, that
Nigerians
tax,
are
this levy, that
bleeding.
levy. Thank you very much. I appreciate you calling in. And the airline operators are saying that if the Tax Reform Act, that is as it is now, is fully implemented in their sector, the airlines may have to close down. 99.3. We lost your call there. Sorry about that. 0201 277 0993. Hello. Good morning. Please go on. Your name, location,
Hello.
and contribution. Yes.
Good morning.
Welcome.
Yeah, is that info 99.3?
Yes. 99.3. Yes. Yes. Please go on.
Good morning. I want to contribute to your topic going on this morning.
Your name?
My name is Mr. Johnson.
Listening from where, please?
I'm speaking from Ikorodu.
Great. That's all we wanted. Please go on.
Okay. I'm one of the farmers that was affected
Okay.
by the flood.
Okay.
And that is why what made the... Okay. Is this your number on WhatsApp?
Are you there, sir?
I can hear you. Is this your number on WhatsApp? So I will do that.
No. I wasn't. Go on. I wasn't talking to you. I was talking to. But you can do that as well. Yes. But it's not a number on WhatsApp. I'll call it later. I was talking to my guest. But go on. Tell us what you were saying.
Okay.
Continue.
Okay. I happen to be one of the farmers that was affected on the Sunday/Monday incident.
Okay.
It was great. Honestly, I think it borders on we the citizen and the government. But to me, the government is supposed to be proactive, not until when the rain is about to start that they will be announcing what to do. Like here in Kurudu, we have a lot of canals that's supposed to be dredged. And there's little in the olden days, the local government have the responsibility of doing that. But now, where is the local government? If for the road to our area here, we are the one doing it by ourselves. So we cannot even do anything with the local government. Even if you go there, they are powerless. But the same government that we rely upon, I think they're supposed to be proactive in the sense that all these canals supposed to be channeled before the rain started. So that will give a very good impact to the farmer, especially we that are farming.
Okay, sir.
We always farm close to the swamp.
All right. Thank you very much, sir. Appreciate you calling in. That's interesting. Very important point you've made there. 99.3. Quickly, please.
Good morning.
Name, location, and contribution.
Yeah, my name is Pius Olubodi. I'm calling from Ikorodu, Pius Farms Limited.
Okay.
Yeah, I just want to contribute to the program. Yeah. Can I continue?
Oh, yes, please. You have the floor right from the get-go.
Yeah, thank you. The situation at hand, we just don't know what to do. It's so devastating for about a week now. Everybody's confused. Just thinking of the next thing. The flood is so heavy. I personally can say I lost over 6 million naira, which is very, very sad.
What do you have in your farm? Is it fish, poultry? Is it the crops you planted?
Fish,
something?
yeah, okay. Fish per se.
Okay.
It's fish, catfish per se.
Okay, but the government said people should relocate. As well, we saw we had everywhere in the news.
2-3 years ago, I was doing my farm in Itamaga. I relocated to Erikorodo. Relocating may not be the solution. The flooding is everywhere. Even people, I'll tell you for a fact, in my clusters, we spent over 2 million to do renovation where I relocated to start from there new. You see, I would have lost far, far more than this if we had not done that renovation. So when you say we should relocate, it's another thing. You understand? Because the flooding does not even understand that language any longer. You get what I'm saying?
So it wasn't possible to have moved your fish out of that place, your fingerlings and all that, to another place.
Where would have been the best? Where would have been the best?
Places that where the government said, did not announce that flooding would be, take them somewhere else, maybe to another fish farm in another part of Lagos.
It will be very difficult for me to leave Ikorodu and say I want to go and do fish farming in Surulere.
No.
Or Lagos Island
to keep it there till the water goes down.
There's no way you can take my pond out of Ikorodu and put in Surulere. Otherwise, I'll just stop the farming for now.
I see. I get it. Got it.
Yeah,
all right. I'm asking this as somebody who's not an expert in the field. Thank you very much. I want to ask my guest, Olatoye Fajimi, who is president-elect of Lagos State Catfish and Allied Farmers Association. He was previously the Ikorodu chairman of the association. Olatoye, this talk of relocate, if you can hear me, because it seems you're frozen.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I don't know if you can. I can't see you moving.
I can hear you.
Yeah, you're frozen. Can you maybe log out and log back in, because it seems okay, better. It's better. Okay, so this request or directive back from the government for.
Can you see me now?
Yes,
okay.
yes.
Hello.
Yes, we can. So this directive by the government for you to relocate. Like I asked your colleague who just called in, would it not have been possible for?
Am I audible?
Would it not have been possible for the farmers to relocate? The fish farmers at least move the fish and the fingerlings out of Ikorodu till when the water subsides or the rainy season subsides, and then they can take the fish back.
Ikorodu is the biggest part of Lagos where fish is produced, and if we have them to move completely out of Ikorodu, that would be an Herculean task, really, because where are they going to move to? Those are livelihoods for families, for young people, for a lot of women and all of that who live within that environment. So where are they going to move to? There are a number of other things that could have been done, to prevent this. Of course, like I said, within our capacity, we try to put in some palliatives, but there are some things that are beyond us, which some of those things we are right now looking at to see how those things can be implemented and to forestall such reoccurrences of situations like this.
All right. For
people?
Yeah. What is the remedy now going forward to ensure that this does not happen again? Is it, like someone said, I think it was commissioner or minister, that this is an act of God? It's due to climate change. Possibly trying to forestall anybody accusing government of anything. All right. So we can't even go there. No. So what would you like the government? Is there anything that can be done to make sure this doesn't happen again, or since it's climate change, it's going to happen again, and there's nothing we can do about it?
Yeah. So what we are appealing to the government to do, like I said, about 5 years ago, when we had similar situations, there were deployment of swamp boogies to clear up the waterways, to expand the waterways, so that it can take up as much volume as possible. So what we are requesting for right now is that it shouldn't be an emergency plan. There should be a consistent plan, like quarterly, like 2-3 times a year, to deploy these swamp boogies regularly.
Okay, to the canals. To the canals. Okay, water channels.
To the lagoons around Ikorodu. Ikorodu is bordered by a lot of lagoons.
Okay.
That can take up the volume of water. You understand? So, but the channels are blocked by refuse dumps. They are blocked by grasses. They are blocked by felled trees across the area. And it's a swamp boogie will require a lot of money daily to work. This is beyond what ordinary smallholder farmers can achieve on their own. So we are requesting that the government will have a plan, to deploy these swamp boogies regularly, consistently, maybe quarterly, maybe 3 times a year, to open up the waterways, so that once the rains are approaching and this kind of exercise takes place, we will be rest assured that when rain falls, there's a channel where the water will be deposited, and it will not build up around the living or farming areas. So that's the major request that we are making. We appreciate the Lagos State government. A lot has been done for farmers, for the populace in the course of the year, in the years before now. A lot has been done. I can say that for a fact. Farmers in Lagos State have been beneficiaries of a lot of support. In the month of February, we had 25% subsidy on feed purchase for poultry and fish farmers, and that cushioned a lot of effect. But most of the feed that were bought at subsidized rates to raise fish have now been lost to this kind of devastating situation, because the fish were fed within that period of time, hoping to go to the market now and begin to really feel the impact of the subsidy. But then we don't have fish to sell. So, but if we have such program of dredging the canals regularly, identifying flash areas and deploying such exercises on a consistent basis, that would go a long way.
Okay.
Prevent such occurrences.
All right. So is there any other thing you need from the government?
Yes, there are a few other things we need. On the immediate, farmers need to start their business all over again. So one collapsible ponds deployed when the rains are still threatening, we can have some farmers relocate a little away from the flood-prone areas and use those temporary tarpaulin ponds to raise their fish while the rains are still here. Then we are also looking at maybe some emergency grants given to people to sustain their livelihood, because all capital, all of the profit that are expected from the business are gone right now, and there will be a loss of job for so many people. In order to prevent that, we are looking at input support. We are looking at some cash support for affected farmers, that we can identify. And then the regular draining program that I mentioned earlier, that will be very important. So those are some of the things we are pleading that the government will support.
The first part of what you talked about, we didn't hear it. What did you say? You need tarpaulin ponds?
Yes, tarpaulin ponds and maybe solar pumping machine. Tarpaulin pond that can be used on dry areas, so that some of them can move away from the how do I put it? Some areas that are really bad. Waterlogged areas that are really bad.
Okay.
Move away a little and continue running their farming operations.
Okay, so most of these fish farms are in waterlogged areas, right?
Yeah, they are earthen ponds.
Oh, I see.
They are around earthen pond area. There are a lot of earthen pond areas around Ikorodu.
Okay.
There are a lot of swampy areas where farmers can raise their fish naturally.
Okay.
It's grow better and all of that.
Okay, I see. That's interesting. What about those who are engaged in other forms of agric? You want to say anything on their behalf? Those who are crop farmers and poultry farmers.
Yes, they will need inputs. They will need some of their inputs to start all over again. Of course, we know government cannot provide everything, but startup packs that will allow them to go back to work and continue to maintain their workforce. Because a lot of people, agric is one of the highest employers of labor in Nigeria currently. And to have such a high number of young people out of job will lead to a lot of vices in our environment, in our society. We want to prevent that. So they will need startup support, to start their businesses back and to ensure that they remain afloat and remain in business.
All right.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much. We have to leave it at that, but I want to say a big thanks to our guest who said that if he wants to quantify how much in Naira terms, Naira equivalent, like President Tinubu normally puts it, has been lost, to the flooding of the second and third weekend of August by fish farmers in Ikorodu, it will be about 150 million Naira. Maybe they can monetize it as well for you. Who knows? But thanks to Lagos State government. Yeah, I'm happy you gave the credit to the government for what they've done for the farmers in Ikorodu so far. One of the commissioners. Yes, wonderful. I was about to say one of the commissioners who I admire in Lagos State happens to be, in fact, the whole Nigeria's commissioner for agric in Lagos State. She has my endorsement any day, anytime. Olatoye Fajimi, President-elect of Lagos State Catfish and Allied Farmers Association. Thank you for your time. I'm sure the Commissioner will know how to reach you, and I believe they will do something. But thank you. And our hearts are with all of you in the corridor, even those who are not into farming but have been affected. Thank you very much for your time.
It's nice being here with you. Thanks for this.
More talk, news, and sports after this.
Hey, I beg, which app I go fit apply for quick loan and get disbursement as soon as possible?
99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info.